Welcome to Just Puzzling. My name is Chris. Today we're going to do a Killer Sudoku on my iPad. It's at the expert level. Let's get into it. Hope you're having a great day. Alright, so 11. So if you remember my thing, every box, row, column must contain the digits 1 to 9. When I add the sum of 1 to 9, it adds up to 45. So 1 plus 2 plus 3, etc. through 9 adds up to 45. So when I had a row here with this spare cage, these full cages should add up together, leaving me a number that I can know what that is. So 11 plus 15 is 26, plus 11 is 37. That makes that an 8. As you know, I don't do notes, but that's going to be a 1 and 3, which is an offset to that 1 and 3. I'm going to do the easy one, the 2 there. So see here, this is a full one. There's no loose cages, and if I add them together, 9 plus 21 is 30, plus 15, 45, which makes sense to me. Alright, what else can we see? We can see that there's this spare cage here, so you can see that it flows into there, which means that these are full cages, plus that. So, 15 plus 11 is 26, plus 13 is 39, so that's a 6. Alright. What else can we see at the moment? We can see that this here is not a full cage, and these are not a full cage. However, if I add up all of these, there's a spare cage here. So 45 plus 45 is 90. So whatever we're short of 90, that's what that number is there. And it's going to either be a 9 and a 6. So I'm looking for 81 or 84. So 10 plus 17 is 27, 32, 38, 40, 63, 75, 84. So that there was the 6, as I said. Alright, so 9. So what we now know is we know that this is 4 and 7 now. So we know that's 1 and 5, which means that we know that's 2 and 3. Okay, the reason we know that is because the numbers that can add up to 11 are 9 and 2, 9's there, 8 and 3, 8's there, 6 and 5, 6 is there, 7 and 4, which is the only ones that I didn't have. Okay, so what else are we seeing? 13. So this 13 can be 6 and 7, can't be that. 8 and 5 or 9 and 4. So I don't know which way that's going to be at the moment. I know that 1 and 2 are going to be somewhere in here. You can see 1, 2 and 8 could make sense, but we don't know. Okay, so what else am I seeing? I'm seeing that this could be 9 and 5 or 8 and 6 or 6 and 8 depending. 22. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here. So 8 and 9 there, which means 8 is going to be there or there. 9 can't be, well, so let's look at this. This is 8 and 9. 9 can't be in this one. Can't be in this one because that's got to be 1 and 3, so it can only be there. So let's have a think about this. This is 1 and 3, so this can't be 1 and 8, it can't be 3 and 6, it can be 4 or 5 or 2 and 7. Let's do this. 22 plus 9 is 31, 37, so they're going to add up to 8. So I know this is 9 and 5 here, I just don't know which way that is, but at least that's something. So take off 23, that's 17 across there. 17 plus 14 is 31, 33, 44, 52, 52 from 45 is 7. So, because that's 7, that's going to either be 2 and 5 or 1 and 6, but I don't know which. So this is going to be 8 or 9. So 9 there. 9 there. What else are we seeing? 4, 7. So you can't be 3. You can be 2 and 5 and 6 and 1. Let's humour me. So 11 plus 9 is 20. 7 plus 13 is 20. So that means, okay, so let's have a look at that. So that's 20 plus, so that's 40, 44, 58, 58, 66, 75, 15. So 15 there. So that could be 9 and 6 or 8 and 7 either way. So if that's 15, that's going to be 7. 6 and 1. Don't know. I really don't know. Because one of these is going to be a 6. Two and 3, 5 and 1, 8. So 2, 3, 8, 1. So you're 6, 4. 2, 3. So you're 6, 4. So 7's going to be here somewhere. That leaves 9 to go. 8 is there. So 6 and 7. So 6 and 4. 7. 1, 5. So that can't be a 1. So that's 7 and 5. So that's 12. 21. So you're a 4. You there are a 1. You're a 5. So let me explain how it got there, right? So this was, the numbers that can only be left here was 1, 5 and 7. If that was 7 and 1, that had to be, to get to that 17, I had a 9, which left me an 8. Can't be an 8 because that was already there. So that's how I got to that. 7, 5 is done. So this is 9 and 4. So 9 can't be there. So this is 8 and 6 because of that 6 there. That's the 8. That's the 6. Okay, so 1 plus 12 is 13. 26, 32, 42. So that's a 3. Okay. What that's also done for me is it says that I can get 10, 21, 29, 16, plus 6 is 22, that's a 1. Okay, so 1, 4, 5, 6, so this is going to be 2 and 7. 1, 2, 3 can be there or there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 can't be there because that would have to be 1 and 3 and I've got a 1 there. So that can't be 8. So that's an 8. Alright, so 8 is somewhere either there or there. Now, based on my logic, that's a 3. So 6 and 8. Still 9 and 5 can be there. 9 can't be there. So 9 can be there. So if that's 2 and 7, this needs to add up to 11. 19 minus 8 is 11. Can't be 9 and 2. So 9 can't be there. So 9 can only be here or here. So that's a 9 there. 8's there. 7 and 4. I know that 8 is one of those two. If that's 8, that can be 2 and 3 or 1 and 4. And 1 and 3, so this is either 4 and 5 or 2 and 7. This could be 2 and 7. Can't be 6 and 3, can't be 8 and 1, can be 2 and 7 or 4 and 5. Can't be 4 and 5 because that's 9 and 5, so this is 2 and 7, so that's a 2 and that's a 7. So 1, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a 6 potentially there, which it can't be. So, sorry, 6 can be either 6 there, which leaves that as a 5, or 6 there, 1 there, or the other number was 4. So 8 and 4, that'd be a 7. I don't think I can have a 7 there because 1, 6, 3, 4, 5. So that's 2 7. So that can't be a 7 there. So that's going to be a 6. That's going to be a 5. Okay, which means that that sorts out that because that has to be a 5 there and that's a 9 there. This is now 3 and 4 because remember that's 15. So this is 3 and 4. 2 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's apparently that's a 1, which makes sense. I'm going to go for it. 1. All right. 3 and 4. So 1 can be in one of these columns. 1 is going to be here. So that's 1 and 7. So 7's there, 7's there. So 7 can be one of those two there. This is 10, so this is 13. Can't be 6 and 7. So this is 9 and 4. So, which goes in that. 9 and 4 there. 9 and 4. 5 and 6. 1 and 7. So this is definitely 2 and 7. So that means that 7 can be there or there. 2 and 7 there. 1. So what's this? 22 plus 5 is 27. 36, 42, 3. 4. Okay, so we're looking at that. We have 2 and 7 there. So 1, 6. You're 2 and 7, so you are going to be 4 and 5 there. So 4 and 5 there means that you can't be 3 and 5. You still can be 1 and 7. Remember that's 9 and 4, so that's a 4 because of that 4 there, and a 9, leaving me the 9 up there, so that's a 9, that's a 5. Okay, still got 1 and 3 there. Can't do much about that. So this is 1 and 6 because it can't be 5 and 2, and it can't be 4 and 6, so this is 1 and 6, so that's a 3, that's a 1, that's a 1, that's a 6. Okay, so what I now have is I have 8, 15, 24, 35, 10, 3. Leaving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 7. So if that's a 7, that can be 2 and 3, so that still works. Okay, so still got 7 there somewhere. What was the other number? 7 to 13, 5. So I can do the 5, and that's a 7. Okay, so 7 and 4 up there. This was 7 and 2. 7 and 4 there, that's going to be a 2. This will be an 8, which lines up to that 8 there. I have to find the 8 yet. So 8 can be in here with 1 and 2. Alright. So that's 5 and 6. 4 and 6. So 1 there. Yep, that makes sense. That's a 3. So this I now know is 8 and 7. Reason for that was that 9 there. This is 2 and 6. So there's a 6. So that's a 6 there. That's a 2. Still 4 and 5 here, which leaves 5 here somewhere. So 5 can't be there because that's got, if that's a 2, which is a number, 5, that'd have to be a 4, which is already there. So that can't be a 5. So let's put the 5 there to start with. This, because of that 7 there, that's going to be a 7 there. That's a 2. So what's the other number? 1. So this can be 7 or 2. If that's a 7, 1. So that's 8. That'd be a 3 down here. Does that work? 3 does work there. If it's a 2, it's an 8. That works. Alright, that's a shame. Now, this is 1 and 7 in this here. So that's going to be the 1. That's going to be the 7. Putting the 1 down the bottom. So you're a 1. And I think I've solved all the 1s. Okay. Still 4 and 5 there. 2 and 8, 2 and 3, 4 and 6. God. So this is 5 and 6. So I go up here, this is 6 and 4, leaving me with the 4 there, and the 9. So 9's there, 9's there, 8, 8, 2, 7, 3, 3, 2. Okay. Still have that. So this was 2 and 7, right? Because 2 and 7, 2 and 7. So the other, if I have a 2 there, it has to be a 7. So 2 and 7, 7 and 4. 4 didn't I thought, oh, I'll get that 4 and 5 there. So 1, 2, 3. So that's a 3 there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 4. So I've got the 4 there, so that leaves me that 4. That actually hits that 4. That's a 5. Look at that, the 5 goes there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up the top. 7, 8, 9. So 9 goes there, 9 goes there. And the last number that has to go there is 8. Yes. All right. So we did that in a little over 18 minutes. Not our best time, but we've got there, and you know, hopefully you saw some of my logic in terms of the maths that I do. Anyway, till we meet again, bye for now.